Before I did my first visit, I felt shy, uncomfortable, worried, a bit scared. Why? Because I didn't know how they'd react to when I asked them for the C card or the service that they provided.
Before I did any of my visits, I felt worried and scared and anxious because it's scary, like going into a new place that you don't know.
I'm a bit nervous, to be honest.
I'm okay.
What if they say that they haven't got any free stuff?
It's because like when you think of young girls who are just like stuff like that, you automatically get like a negative like representation of them.
Before I did any of the visits, I was like scared because what people thought of me. Because if you just go into like a random youth club and say, "Oh, can we have some condoms?" I think they'll look at you weird and that.
I just hope I'm good at lying if they ask me anything.
Fair enough.
Where do you live or anything? I'll just say Norman Avenue. I won't want to go back. No, they tried to get rid of us very quickly. They didn't offer much advice at all. We went in and asked for a chlamydia test and they just sort of went, didn't do it. And to come back in 2 weeks, which isn't very helpful. If you've got chlamydia, you can't really wait 2 weeks. So I don't want to go back because they just weren't very friendly. I suppose.
It was one of the pharmacists that we walked into, and they were looking down on us, like they weren't helpful at all.
They wasn't very friendly.
Yeah. Made us feel really unwelcomed and as if like we had done something wrong.
They just seemed like they didn't want us to be there. They kind of threw the condoms at us and told us to get out as quick as possible, really.
They were quite friendly when we went in, but they tried to charge us for tests. And it was quite a nice place, but I think if you're nervous and they were like saying you've got to pay £25, you're probably like confused why they weren't offering it free. Also, other people were there and could hear your conversation. Yeah.
Today was the worst one that I've done. That was really rude. And if it was for real and I weren't doing this project, I wouldn't go to another place.
My first visit has definitely put me off from going into places like that because of how rude they were, how they didn't protect my privacy.
I was quite nervous because of my first place that I went to. They were quite rude and disrespectful, but then this one has changed my opinion on different places. They ain't all the same.
I've learned some services do care about privacy because they have like a private room and it makes you feel respected.
When we asked for the free condoms, the lady at the counter turned around to a group of like other staff and asked like whether they did them or not. But it was so the whole group of staff could hear, and also the customers in the shop could hear. So it wasn't that private. I mean, it made me feel a bit embarrassed as it was. Like if I was someone who was really kind of desperate, I wouldn't really want to go there again.
And we were in there for over an hour because the lady who served us asked us to wait 20 minutes because there were already people in there, which is kind of good because then it was kind of respecting our privacy and that we didn't want anyone else to see us.
Well, the receptionist was quite loud, didn't exactly keep anything quiet. She asked, was it the GP or the family clinic? When I said family clinic quietly, she shouted it out and everyone else heard it.
The consultation room, and they didn't even use it with us, and it was really open and it felt like we were being judged by
the people who were actually there. Like the staff were nice and smiley, but
I'll go there if they use the consultation room next time.
the lady was lovely, but she seemed to like just want to get us out. Like she threw the condoms down and was like, "Oh, here you go," and she didn't offer us anything else.
And when we actually got into the room where he was giving us the condoms, he was very awkward about it. It was.
I didn't really feel like comfortable.
Yeah, I didn't feel welcome very much.
He did like respect our privacy there, like because there was someone at the door, like, but he didn't let them in.
He said
told them to go away.
we were busy.
Yeah. So, but he did seem like he was in a rush to get rid of us.
They were just really nice around there. They were, like, they showed us around the whole place, and they actually asked us. Yeah, they looked like they were interested in us.
Yeah, they actually asked us if we wanted everyone else, like a committee to read them or something. Yeah, they asked us if we wanted a committee test.
They made me feel more comfortable about asking for a test, and it was more friendly, smiling and stuff. One of the women was more talkative and kept the conversation going while I was waiting.
That one was very nice. You felt welcomed, and it was quite a small place, but for how small it was, they provided good services because they had like a private room. They had a waiting area which you could go and sit in. And yeah, which was nice because you could just talk to her privately if you're giving lots of time to talk to her, explain things. So it was good. I'll go back.
They were quite welcoming when we went in because they made sure it was discreet, and then they took us into a side room and gave us the stuff.
It was quite professional as well though. The place was just nice to be in. Like with the first one it was a bit kind of gloomy. This one it was like professional and nice. I don't think it was very child friendly though. There was nothing advertised for like it was really good. Like the private room.
Usually I'm quite shy in front of people I don't know, but I wasn't shy in front of her. I was like cracking jokes and stuff. She made me feel confident.
She was lovely, and the people at the front desk were nice as well because they just smiled at us, and they made sure that we weren't forgotten, so that we did get what we went in for.
And also the receptionist made it feel like it was normal for a teenager to walk in and have a sexual MOT done, as well as the person who did it.
They were kind of discreet about it, but they weren't ignorant to the fact that, like, of what I'd asked for. Like, they let me sit down until it was my turn to like have a little consultation, and the man that I had the consultation with went through everything with me, like in detail. So I didn't have any like questions left, but also he did ask at the end if I did have any questions. So I don't know. So yeah, it just makes you confident to go back.
She was all smiley and nice and down with the kids.
I took my friend to go get a C card, and pretty much all like she gave them all like to talk about like how to use them and stuff. She got out a plastic penis and showed him how to like put it on and stuff. So she did all the right stuff, and there was a nice waiting room, and we're like comfy, and it was warm as well.
She was just genuinely friendly, and she told me about other places that I could go.
We went in and said that they didn't do it anymore, and then went back into the room, and then came back out and obviously said that, like, told us to wait a minute because she was on the phone, and then the lady took us in and explained that it wasn't a service anymore, but that she wasn't letting us leave like without any condoms because she thought we were going to go have lots of unprotected sex and stuff. Which we were like, no, we won't have unprotected sex, you know, we'll behave and stuff like that. But she insisted, and then like we sat there for an hour and a half until someone bought some condoms. She had to ring another colleague, and then that other colleague had to come all the way over from Nuneaton to Bedworth and bring her stash of condoms. We thought it was really good that she wouldn't let us leave without having condoms, because that was the first time she met us. She didn't know if we were going to go off, and like even though we said we wouldn't go off doing anything, she didn't know that. And it was like, I mean, I came out of there going like, oh, I really wish that was still a service, because it really like reassured me that there are still places out there that do want you to like use protection and stuff like that, and aren't like will kind of look out for you.
They took us into a different room, so it was like confidence, so no one saw. Yeah.
Just general friendly people, made you feel welcome.
Yeah.
They didn't judge, like they weren't judge.
I think they were like very happy that we come.
Yeah, and obviously they were more glad because we weren't like, it's not our typical place, like we didn't go to places that we already knew of. So they liked that we were outsiders.
Some people weren't very, they didn't give you much advice of how to get stuff.
I mean, something as easy as smiling as well, it just makes you feel like loads better. And the first one and the second one never really smiled, they just got like getting on with it, weren't like interested. Whereas the last two were quite, seemed like interested and helpful. Just have them just smiling would be nice and just actually seem like they're interested.
She were lovely.
She were lovely.
She were lovely.
Having someone smile at you before having a conversation with them actually changes and makes a lot of a difference.
Like kids will always come and ask for like condoms in different ages.
Yeah, and not to judge and to make them feel welcome.
Because we're like people are scared to go in and ask them.
Yeah.
I've really come out like being more confident. Like I really thought that it wouldn't bother me going into services and like asking for condoms and stuff. But then when I was really nervous when I was going in, and I was like, oh, can I have some condoms, please? You know, can I have community trust? And then like I've come out and like I've really like I've got like character building from it, and I've come out like a lot more confident. And I know like now that where there are places that are really good, I can like recommend them to like friends and like my little sister when she gets a bit older. And that's the reason that I did it, because I wanted there to be something for like my younger siblings and stuff like that, so that they didn't have to like start going and buying stuff. Like they knew that there was stuff there to help them.